Right now, I would have to say gaming consoles, they're like vampires right now. They suck your wallet dry. They leave you with this bad, disdain taste in your mouth. The experience is no longer what it used to be. I remember I used to be excited to play video games, excited, to just get my fingers on that controller and burn that game as far and as hard as I can in a day. Me and my friends, we would do races and to see who could beat the game fastest and just other crazy, stupid things like that. But console gaming now are showing signs of fading. People jumping ship to PC, people jumping ship to more like gaming on cell phones, gaming on tablets. You know, Console gaming is not what it used to be. And even though the signs are there, they're not noticeable, but they are there. I mean, game consoles used to be like the superior brand, next to PC. PC was always, the best of the best in terms of gaming quality and money and stuff like that. But console gamers was really for the people who couldn't afford PC that wanted a similar experience. And now it's like console gaming is really fading. It's really fading. And it's really showing signs of going downhill with this console generation. Look at the PS4 and the Xbox One. I mean, only 2 years into their lifespan, I mean, Sony and Microsoft were already in talks of a mid-generation upgrade. What? I mean, people already spend $400 to $500 on a console, and now actually, Sony and Microsoft, they're not doing their little revisions like they used to. Now they're doing a half a generation upgrade, with the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X now. So console gaming is really going downhill. And all the rumors and stuff like that. What's really killing the good old gaming console? Well, I got my reasons, and I want to tell you guys my reasons. So here are my 10 reasons why console gaming is on the decline. So, starting off, the first thing that is killing console gaming and killing pretty much gaming in general are these ridiculous season passes. Oh my god, I hate them so badly. I think this is the greatest evil, the greatest sin of modern gaming right now. These season passes. I mean, sure, I mean, we got DLCs and downloadable content and all these other extra things that try to, extend the lifespan of your game. But in reality, they're just burning a hole in your wallet. And these publishers now, they found a new way to burn your hole in your wallet, which is okay. So if you don't want to pay for all these DLCs, that's going to cost you probably an extra $100. You could buy these. You could buy the seasons pass, and even before those DLCs are released, you don't know what they are. You don't know what they are. You don't know, could it be skins or extra guns or whatever. You don't know what it is, but yet you're gonna be paying almost the price of the game itself on a maybe, on a serious maybe. I mean, and we seen these season pass go straight to heck, because I really don't want to, curse and stuff like that. But we seen these season passes like are extreme. We see the worst of season passes. I mean, is that extra Sub-Zero skin really worth $45? Is the extra character that should have been in the game itself worth the extra $35? Is that sword that doesn't boost up your attack power by 1,000,000 really worth the extra money? I mean, we're seeing how bad season passes are, and they're only getting worse and worse and worse. And it's truly the biggest sin right now in modern gaming. This next one has it's a common sin right now, and it's really killing console gamers everywhere, and that's incomplete games at launch. I mean, let's talk about the disaster of Battlefield 4 when it first launched. I mean, this game was so broken at launch, people weren't even playing it. Look at the updates that it took. I mean, we're talking about 40 to 50 gigs of updates. Okay? That's almost the size of an actual game. An actual game is around 40 to 50 gigs right now. A modern game. So add to that on PC maybe another extra 20 to 30 gigs. On consoles combined, it's around 60 to 70 gigs. So we're talking about games that are so incomplete that they don't even launch, and yet you have to get mountains and mountains of updates and patches. And console hard drives are not that big now. I mean, we're roughly talking about maybe 500 gigs to a terabyte gigs. So all of these updates to fix a game that should have been complete at actually launch is really killing you. It's killing the experience. It's killing your hard drive space, and it's killing your wallet basically. I mean, look at Assassin's Creed Unity. I mean, look how badly that game was on consoles as well as PC. Not just consoles, but PC as well. The game was as bad as a whole right now. And I could go on and on and on, but ultimately this has become the norm. Incomplete games, like these distributors and these publishers are pushing these developers to basically go to the Atari era with actually ET. But because we have the technology, it's okay. It's okay. These people won't care that the game is not complete. Just release it. They will spend the 60, 70, $80, and little by little, once we have their money, we could slowly fix the game to a part where it's playable. And then on PC, we could let the modders fix the rest of the problems that we could have fixed before. But because of laziness and because we just want the consumer's money and we don't care nothing else, we're going to release an incomplete, broken game. So this next thing is, I guess, it's diverse. It's not just consoles, it's every gaming platform, whether it's handheld, cell phones, tablets, PC, or consoles. But since this is mostly a discussion about consoles, I'm gonna stick to make it consoles. Consoles are very expensive. They're not, well, gaming as a whole has never been a cheap hobby. Let's be realistic here, guys. Gaming is expensive, and it's really expensive, especially on parents. As an adult, we have more control over money because we're adults. It's our fault, but when you're a kid, it's more your parents' fault because it's their money they're spending on you. But console gaming is very expensive. We have the console itself that is a price. Then actually you add tax. Then, if you have more than one child, you got to buy that extra controller, which is $45 and $50. And then you got to buy the headset for online gaming. And your kid wants that really good headset, or actually you're an adult and you want that really good headset that's $120. So you drop down another $120. And then, whoa, wait a minute. What? Online is not free? I got to pay another, what, $40 to $60 for online as well? So I gotta pop that in there. And oh my god, the DLCs for this game is amazing. I'm gonna buy that. And you're dropping down another $50 to $60 on that season pass because it looks to be the most cost effective because you get all the DLCs for one low price and all the extra content. So boom, yeah, drop down another $40 to $60 on the DLC. Then, oh my god, I just had a rage fit and I threw my controller across the wall and it shattered into a million pieces. Now I gotta spend another $50 and buy another controller because I just rage quit and it killed the controller. Oh my god, the Xbox One X is 4K compatible. I gotta rush off and drop another $300 to $400 on a 4K TV just so I can enjoy 4K on my Xbox One X. So, I mean, the list goes on and on and on, but gaming on a console is not cheap. It is not cheap. Gaming as a whole has never been cheap at all. But it seems like on consoles they're getting the worst of it. And sadly, it's just another sin in gaming on a console. Now, here's another sin that is making a lot of people jump ship to PC gaming is the lack of backward compatibility on some of these consoles. I mean, look at the PS4. The PS4 has just about no backward compatibility whatsoever. Luckily, a lot of people that are Sony fans and stuff like that, they still have their PS3, and some people go as far back as their PS2 and PS1 still works. But a lot of these gamers, they want the nostalgia feel. They want to game they want to game on no matter what console it is. They want to just pop in their game and play it. And some of these games that gamers like to play are old games, games from the 90s, the PS1 era, the PS2 era. Gamers like to game. They don't want to hear, the babbling of Sony, oh, because of the PS4's architecture or the PS3's architecture, it's too expensive, and we're not going to do backward compatibility because we see it as it's not affordable and it doesn't make us money. Gamers don't want to hear about that. They just want to play their actual games. I think this is one of the reasons why Xbox became became popular later in the Xbox One's lifespan, because they added backwards support. Not, it works, it's not great, but it's getting better and there's a lot more compatibility. But we're seeing a big decline in backward compatibility. Gaming companies don't want you to play their old games. They want you to keep on playing the newest and latest titles on the latest consoles. They don't want you to go backwards. They want you to keep on going forwards. But gamers want backward compatibility, which is probably why a lot of gamers jump ship to PC. PC gaming doesn't really have the big problems that consoles have when it comes to backward compatibility. There are certain titles that, they still won't work, but there are gaming companies dedicated to bringing in these old consoles, back. Look at the NES Classic, look at the Super Nintendo Classic, and look at gaming PCs with the emulators, and actually even some games having native support, basically, where they just work. I mean, look how easy now it is to load up a DOS game, using the actually DOS emulator, or actually running a Windows game on a Mac. PC doesn't have the problems that consoles have when it comes to backward compatibility. And ultimately, not having backward compatibility support on certain consoles is just another sin that is killing console gaming. Another thing that is killing console gaming is the rise of affordable PC, gaming PCs in general. PC gaming, in terms of pretty much every single gaming census they do, is still the number one platform to game on, with consoles being number two and handhelds being number three. So PC gaming has always been number one. Console gaming has never been number one. PC gaming, in terms of the census reports that I've been reading for the past maybe 10 to 20 years, PC gaming has always been the number one best platform for actual gaming. And now, with these newer consoles, with the PS4 and the Xbox One, and still with the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, not living up to the hype and not living up to gamers' expectations in general, and just the high costs and everything that's going on, and all of the trouble with console gaming, a lot of people are jumping ship. We're seeing an increase more and more of PC gaming, and we're not talking about PC gamings that are $1,000 plus. We're seeing more and more what are known as budget builds that are pretty much meeting the demands of console gamers. If a console gamer wants 1080p, 60 frames a second at good resolution and actually on good graphics, The misconception that they have to cash in $1,000+ is is actually dwindling. We're seeing, gamers build $400 to $500 PCs that game on 1080p 60 frames per second at its maximum resolution, maximum graphical settings with little to no lag compared to 720p upscales, 900p upscales, dynamic resolution, dynamic frame rate, and all these other messes. PC gaming is becoming more and more easier to actually deal with, especially with a lot of games now that offer a very simplistic preset graphic option, which is low, medium, high, or highest, or actually ultra, or sometimes high, higher, and actually ultra. Those things console gamers could easily understand. And the one thing is that console gaming are not living up to gamers' expectation is what's killing them and giving the rise to PC gaming and still keeping PC gaming number one. Another thing that's killing console gaming is pretty much the commitment of the gamers themselves. The lack of commitment. Now it's a lot of these gamers that been gaming since actually they were kids. Now they are adults. They got jobs, they have wives, they have kids, they have responsibilities, and they can't sit down and really, really enjoy some of these games. Now, some of these games are huge games. I mean, they're huge open world games. Some of them are online only, especially open world games. Because if you buy a single player linear game, which is very hard, you can beat that game in relatively, a day on your day off. But some of these big, humongous games, these huge games, you can't truly enjoy them, and the games are just wind up going to be catching dust on yourself because you have other responsibilities that are kind of, their responsibilities. You got your kids, you got your wife, you got your job, you got your mortgage, your bills and stuff like that. So you can't really spend the amount of hours necessary to truly enjoy the gaming console and truly enjoy the game, which actually gave rise to handheld games. The PS Vita, the Nintendo DS line, the 3DS line, tablets, cell phones. All of this came because of the fact that more and more gamers are actually now mobile, and more gamers are adults that have lives and they have responsibilities, and they can't sit down and really enjoy a quality console gaming experience because of the fact that they have so much in their plate and actually in their lives. And this is probably why the Nintendo Switch is so popular, because it gives adults a way of gaming on the go, but having a console gaming experience on the go. Another thing that's really killing console gamers that I don't really see on PC that much. I don't know why. Because it does exist. It is there. It exists. But I just don't really see it that much. And it's the constant whiners and complainers. I was playing Black Ops 3 on the PS4 yesterday, and the constant complainers and whiners I heard over the microphone and headset was just, oh my god, it killed my ears. Honestly, people, if you're going to complain, turn off your microphone, scream to yourself, complain to yourself, but keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to hear about the presidential campaign and all the politics, and nobody wants to hear your kid crying in the background, and they don't want to hear you complaining to your wife, or the fact that you're trying to play the game and you got these constant 9-year-olds and these little kids complaining and, oh, can you help me get a nuclear strike? Can you let me kill you 35 times? Please, 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 please. Oh my God, you are a bunch of cheaters, mommy. He is cheating. Nobody wants to hear that. Everybody wants to enjoy their game. And for some odd reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I honestly don't know why. But I'm seeing more and more whiners and complainers on console gamers and in console gaming than I really do on PC. On actually PC gaming, I play Black Ops 3 on my PC, and I didn't really hear that much complaining. On certain matches, I will get the one or two complainers. Oh, you just killed me because you're gaming on a gamepad and with the aim assist, and we get a few of those here and there, but ultimately, I got more complainers and whiners on consoles than I did on PC, which is kind of weird. I don't know if it's just me, but these whiners and these complainers, they're really killing the gaming console experience. And finally, the last but certainly not least of why console gaming is on the decline and what is killing console gaming, drum roll please, is the disappointing games. Oh my God, the huge disappointing games is what's really killing console gaming. The disappointing games. And I can name so many disappointing games. But the fact of the matter is, you're paying $50, $60, $70, $80 for a promise that never came to be. Either it's because of the huge waiting time for actually the actually game, or the fact that you see these demos at E3, you see the trailers, you see the promotional videos, and when you get the final product on launch day, it's not the same. It is not the same game you saw at E3. It's not the same game that actually you played the demo. It's something entirely different, and it just plain out sucks. It's just complete garbage. I mean, these are one of the things that's really killing console gamers, is the fact of these disappointing games. I mean, you're paying a lot of money for these games, and for these games to suck that badly, honestly, it's just a big disappointment, especially if you're a casual gamer. Especially if you're a casual gamer, it's even a worse disappointment. It feels like a betrayal, like a huge betrayal, because it's so bad. And these games really gave rise to free-to-play games. And it gave rise to the free-to-play money trap, of actually these free-to-play games. And just, it really, I guess, is the fact that with console gaming becoming more and more cinematic, the expectations are getting a lot higher. And the fact is, you're paying a premium price for a supposed good experience. And the fact is that you're not getting that experience, and you are pissed because you just dropped a lot of money for an experience and you did not get it. You were robbed for your money, and it's impossible to get that money back. It really is, unless you just bought the game and you simply, you make sure that you read that receipt very good and you get your money back. But sometimes, you can't get your money back. A lot of stores don't offer refunds. They all, a lot of stores offer in-game credit. Or if you went the digital route, there's not a lot of refund places for actually that as well. So the huge disappointment and the huge expectation and the disappointment when you get that game is really, really killing gaming as a whole. So what do you think, guys? Do you think my list is good? Do you think my list is bad? One thing I want you guys to do is please comment below, guys. I really love to hear your comments. Like this video, share this video. If you want more videos, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for everybody that is committed to my channel. Thank you for everybody that watches my videos. You guys are huge. You guys are the reason why my channel is slowly moving up. So once again, guys, thank you so much. I'll hopefully do do some stuff for my followers, and hopefully we keep this channel going. So once again, guys, have an awesome day.